Hi, everybody. I'm Brett Nessler. Coming up next on SEC Replay, the Tigers of Auburn travel into Death Valley to take on the Tigers of LSU, a place they haven't won since 1999, and LSU coming off an emotional win over Florida a week ago. It's the Tiger Bowl. It's coming up on SEC Replay on the CBS Sports Network. LSU won the toss and deferred. We promised sometime this year we're going to do a game when it's not 90 degrees or feeling like 95 or 100. But we've got the same today as we had last week and the week before. LSU leads the all-time series. This is the 52nd edition. And the last time Auburn won here was 1999. That's a long time ago. Cameron Gamble's got it teed up. Coach Orgeron coming off one of the biggest wins of his career, he told us, in that victory over Florida. We'll see if it carries over.
Are you ready? What's up, LSU football?
And Gus Malzahn on the other side in his 5th season.
You know it's hot when Gus doesn't wear the sweater vest.
Exactly. And we're underway in Death Valley. And this one will not be returned. We'll bring it out to the 25. And we check the Chick-fil-A starting lineups led by the guy that Gary already talked about, Jarrett Stidham, who was out last year after his freshman season at Baylor and came on highly touted. Had a little bit of a rocky start early, but he's really come on the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, you can't help but love his arm ability. He's been very, very accurate. And one thing he has learned, with this defense, you don't need to score a lot of points to win. You do not have to force the ball.
Kerryon Johnson in the backfield. They fake it to him. Stidham wants to throw an out. And a one-handed catch.
Man, what a throw.
That was pretty impressive. Canella, the tight end.
Man, Stidham had a rusher, I think it was Lockature, right in his face. And he threw that retreating and going to his right at the same time.
So they go hurry up after a pickup of 8. And here's Johnson breaking into the secondary down the sideline. Coming off a big game a week ago with over 200 yards, and he's got a first down there.
Talked about that first pass. They roll out Lockature on the right side of your screen. Well, that's actually the run, the second play right there. The first pass, he throws it. The second play is a hurry-up run to the right side, and they tack on yards. Both teams, interestingly, have told us in our meetings they want to start fast, actually for the same reason. They want to keep, one team wants to get the crowd in the game, the other team wants to keep the crowd out of the game.
And right now, Auburn's in the game and in LSU territory already at the 33-yard line. Here's a toss out to Johnson. Nice stiff arm. Picked up maybe a yard out of it.
You know, and to top that off, if you're Gus Malzahn, you've been part of this. You have been part of an offense that has come here since the last 4 times and have trailed at the half 83-3. So he knows he does not want to get down in this game and get the crowd in the game.
Stidham looks to the sideline, has a word with his offensive front. Straight ahead. Johnson got about 3 out of that. As we take a look at the rest of the Auburn lineup. Austin Golson, who can play any position on that offensive line, and might today.
Well, the big note on there, 4 seniors playing in this game for Auburn on that line, and that's going to be a big contrast to LSU's offensive line.
Leading third down conversion team in the conference with a 3rd and 6 here on their opening drive. Stidham going to go deep down the right sideline, and Did he catch it?
No.
Nope.
It was really good coverage that time by Grant Delpit, number 9. Bumped out to the outside. He lists him as a safety, but he bumps out man-to-man. Actually a perfect throw, but darn good coverage.
Here's another look, and Eli Stove had it, lost it. And out comes the field goal unit with one of the best in the business.
Kind of staring right into the sun on that play, too.
Leading scorer in SEC history. Hit 6 field goals a year ago in this matchup. This one from 46 yards out. High snap. Kick up. Hit the right upright and went through. It's good.
Carlson's kick is good.
What a weapon, huh?
Daniel Carlson, you're not kidding.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Auburn's Tigers leading LSU's Tigers after a 46-yard march in 6 plays. And Carlson's 46-yard field goal put them up. He'll tee it up now. And back deep. Edwards-Helaire.
Just wanted to mention, Brad, I got a text from Vern. He just said one word, doink.
I should have added that in there.
Exactly.
Okay. Next time it goes off the right upright, Vern, it's a doink.
Doink.
I got it.
Carlson will kick off. Auburn. Rosette Edwards-Helaire.
And this one, they're going to keep it in. They'll bring it out to the 25.
First down.
And with that, let's check the Chick-fil-A starting lineups for the Tigers of LSU, led by their quarterback, Danny Etling. There's his numbers on the year.
Yeah, and truthfully, Danny knows, and everybody connected with the program knows, the coaching staff knows, he has to up his game. If they're going to beat the Auburn defense, one of the best defenses we have in this league, they need a better performance, all-around performance from Danny Etling. Decision-making and throwing.
He knows it. Matt Canada knows it.
Yep.
We talked to those guys about it yesterday. Chark in motion on a bootleg. He's going to throw on first down, and he threw it right into the back of the defender.
He had a lot of pressure, though, right in his face as he let it go. I mean, that's really tough. I mean, you got Marlon Davidson right in your face, a little bootleg, and they were ready for it. As he lets it go, he's got pressure, underthrows it, and just kind of, maybe 5 yards short on the throw. And
They got Montavious Atkinson right in the numbers, though.
yes. Trey Williams is not playing, not starting. That's why Montravis is in the game.
Here's Williams. And he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Not going down, and finally does, but no gain. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the LSU offense. The rest of the group looking like this. Sadiq Charles. There's the 3 freshmen on the offensive line that are starting, and that's tough in anybody's league.
I think Adrian McGee is in the game at right tackle, though, in this game. I think they might have made a late switch in the game. So now only two freshmen. Yes.
And a redshirt one.
Yes.
3rd down at 10. Etling, late pressure coming, going deep down the middle. He's got a man in Chark, and he's got it and dropped it. And Auburn scoops it up at the 37. Going the other way, Carlton Davis. So a big pass play and then a fumble.
Yeah, it was an in and go. They ran it in practice on Thursday. First play, a 2-minute drill. Watching it in and go, a double move. He had time to do it. Chark makes the catch. And then Stephen Roberts comes over and makes the tackle. You got to hold on to it. They're dying LSU for big plays. They finally get a big play, and they put the ball in the turf.
That part was good. That part, not so much.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
A moment here to check the LSU defense. And it got younger in the secondary because even though Coach Orgeron told Allie that John Battle would play, Eric Monroe is the starter. So we'll wait and see when Battle comes in there. He's the guy they look to in that secondary for leadership. So they've got Three freshmen back there.
And remember, they already lost a safety, Ed Paris, so that's two of their safeties out, guys they counted on in that second level.
Keep it on the ground after the turnover.
Johnson carried the ball.
Kerryon Johnson.
Something to watch for LSU. They don't have as many bodies in the defensive front as Auburn does. Auburn will go 10 deep in their defensive front. LSU will go about 6. They got the same lineup in there again. Can they last all day with their #1 group out there?
Second down and 7. Ball just shaded into LSU territory. And Stidham loading and going long. Got a man wide open. And he's got him, and it's Hastings touchdown.
Stidham's pass is complete.
Will Hastings, a 49-yard touchdown.
Will Hastings.
Well, if you're a quarterback, when you've got your slot matched up against a safety, you say, I got exactly what I want. There you go. You got your slot matched up on Delpit, the safety. Safety's thinking Hastings is a short option runner. Not this time. One move and he beats him by a mile. Look at that. Center field wide open. Perfect throw. Great protection up front. And the big play from Auburn.
And Will Hastings, quick as an eye blink. Shows you why there. Carlson in for the point after. Kick is up and good. And Auburn wanted a fast start. You can't get much faster than 3.5 minutes into the game with a 10-point lead. 52 yards in just 2 plays. The 49-yard long ball to Hastings, and the Auburn Tigers up 10-0. That's Hastings' 3rd touchdown catch of the year and his longest so far. He had a 47-yarder earlier in the season. Carlson's been a busy kicker already. And this one won't be returned either.
So here's the challenge as Danny Etling comes back out on the field. Where are they going to find points? You know, last week against Florida, got to 17, held on, almost afraid to throw the ball. Can they run the ball against this great rush defense? Where are they going to find the points to stay with Auburn? Because it looks like Auburn's going to put points up today.
As the defense for the Tigers. Montavious Atkinson playing in there for Trey Williams, who's out today. Williams, one of their leaders in the linebacking core.
Yeah, and Auburn's rolled through. Their backups are in already on the defensive line.
First down at the 25. And the give to Geis. And Darius only got about 3. Probably as healthy as he's been in a while. We saw in the second half a week ago, it seemed like he got lathered up a little bit.
I think so. He gained confidence in it, I think. Got hit a few times, felt good about what was happening, and still not the guy I remember from a year ago, but pretty close now.
Second down and 8. Haven't seen one of their jet sweeps
Exactly
yet.
what I was going to say.
We won't hear either. Etling going deep. And overshot Chark. Good coverage back there by Trey Matthews. And now it's 3rd and long.
So now 3rd and long with these pass rushers that Auburn will feature off the edges. That will really strengthen. Here they come. They're going to bring in their cheetah group. 4 different players will come from different areas, and they're all excellent pass rushers. Holland, Davidson. Who else they got out there?
Holland's their leading
Derek
sacker
Brown,
so far.
Derek Brown. And Nick Coe, another really good pass rusher.
Etling knows they're coming. 3rd down and 8. Hangs in there and throws a strike to Dillon.
There you go. There you go. You're going to challenge that young offensive line. Remember, they're without their 2 starting offensive tackles. Plug it in. Danny Etling steps up, makes a good throw to the outside. It's still one-on-one coverage. You have to have confidence in that throw. Nice route to the outside, and they make it happen.
On 3rd and 8, they get 16 and a first down at the 41.
So when will we see, as Brad said, the first jet sweep action? Not yet.
Just a toss to Geis. Puts his head down and goes for almost 5. Dontavius Russell in on the stop. LSU wanted so badly to use the crowd to their advantage, and Auburn has taken that out of it so far.
It's second down and 6. LSU, 45-yard line.
At the 45, second down and 6. There's a give to Geis, made one man miss, cuts up inside. Nifty run, but not going to be a first down.
They keep pushing. They keep pushing.
And carry.
As Brad mentioned to you, the jet sweep really turned this Florida defense inside out. Matt Canada, offensive coordinator, came up with the package early, and until about the third quarter of the game, Florida really didn't really get their defense planted with their cleats in the ground.
And the wide receivers ended up out rushing the running backs a week ago. Here they just need a yard. 3rd and 1. Geis, whoops, stop action, and down he goes. That didn't work so well. Nick Coe makes the stop and a loss on the play.
Again, I mean, you have, elite defensive linemen playing against that's a busted assignment right there. Nobody blocked Nick Coe at all. Left tackle turns out at the play and just releases the man at the point of attack. It's not going to work.
So what looked like a nice offensive march for LSU runs into a Zach Von Rosenberg punt. And Auburn clears everyone out of there. It's going to be down by LSU around the 16 or 17-yard line.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, let's look at that last short yard. The play is going to be run right here. But watch, the true freshman Shadiq Charles is going to pull out and just release the point of attack Nick Coe. That's way too easy, too big of a mental mistake, and no matter how well the other 10 guys did on that play, the point of attack mistake cost them.
So Auburn with a 10-point lead and going with a Wildcat here. Kerryon Johnson hurdles a couple of would-be tacklers and gets out to the 26.
Yeah, they're going to dice in a little bit of this Wildcat with Kerryon Johnson. We do expect to see Cameron Petway today. Talked to Gus yesterday. He said he's a little more healthy. Wants to get him 10 or 15 carries in the game.
Johnson got 7 on that last carry. Hastings in motion now, stops, and they're going to flip it out to him. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Got a first down. Let's check in with Allie.
LSU's John Battle showed his leadership on the sidelines, getting right up in freshman Grant Delpit's face and saying, "You're better than that. I want no excuses." He said, "You know exactly what's coming. You can be better than that. Don't hang your head. Let's move on to the next series."
He told us yesterday the biggest thing for those freshmen is telling them and teaching them how to play big boy football. This is big boy football. First down at the 36. Johnson, nice cut to the right, dices his way through some traffic and got it out to the 42.
In this game, Dave Aranda is going to move Arden Key inside to play defensive tackle. Arden, watch what it's like to play defensive tackle. Boom. Got blown right off the ball. This offensive line with a lot of seniors have seen a lot of looks, and they can run block.
I think he likes the edge a little better.
Yes, I like the edge.
Yeah.
He's lined up there again.
2nd and 3. Same play. First down. Lockature made the stop, but Johnson's got the first down for Auburn.
Johnson on the rush.
So Gus Malzahn's opening drive went 46 yards, ended in a Carlson field goal. Second time after the fumble return. A 48-yard touchdown pass to Hastings, and they've got it working again. First down at the 47. Already 45 yards on the ground for Kerryon Johnson.
Timeout call from the bench. Formation didn't look right. Jarrett Stidham was still moving people around, and Gus pulled the plug.
Here's a Wildcat again. Kerryon Johnson broke a tackle.
What a great cut.
Man.
In the hole.
Johnson took the snap.
I mean, he's 212 pounds and he's shifty.
Absolutely. They say he's a great short yardage runner, but look at that cut right in the middle of all the traffic. Up front, getting a lot of clean out. Darius James did a nice job pushing his guy past. Modern day offensive blocking is push your guy any direction he wants to go. Our running back will find a crack.
And in the Wildcat, he's not afraid to throw once in a while. Steps back now to join Stidham in the backfield. And he'll get the call. Cutting it to the outside where he's all alone. Kerryon Johnson to the 25.
Yeah, I think we're going to get number 78, I believe, Darius James. Did he get the hold, or was it a little farther out?
78.
Yeah.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
No wonder there was such a nice hole out there.
When the running back starts in one direction where the play is designed and then goes outside, it fools the offensive linemen. They're trying to push their man, in this case, outside, and then all of a sudden it goes the other way. Right in the middle of your screen, you can see the hold.
So that negates a big pickup.
And I think Casey Dunn actually got hurt a couple plays ago. Tried to play through the pain, and he's not happy.
One of the captains of the offense. We'll check on him when we come back.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
And heading to the 10 is Casey Dunn. We told you earlier when we set the lineups, Austin Golson can play all 5 positions on the offensive line, and with that, he shifts from tackle to center here. Cameron Petway's in the lineup for the first time for the Tigers. Stidham, late blitz, in trouble. Buys himself some time and then goes down for a loss.
Yeah, see, that's almost exactly what was happening in the Clemson game with some of the sacks. Let's look at Casey Dunn. I think there was 3 plays ago that Casey Dunn injured his right leg. Right, obviously, center right in the middle of the thing. Let's take a peek, see exactly what happened. He starts out to his left and then bumps when the pile gets pushed into his right leg.
Well, here's a long yardage situation for the Tigers. They haven't been in this situation so far today. 3rd and 14.
It's a must stop for this LSU defense. They can't let Auburn convert here.
They throw out in the flat wide out screen, and they're going to get not only a big play and a first down, but they might get a touchdown out of it. All the way inside the 5 is Ryan Davis.
Well, I'll tell you, Chip Lindsey is living in Dave Aranda's, the defensive coordinator's head right now. He expected the blitz. He got the blitz. Wide receiver screen. Look at all the guys downfield. He's got a convoy. Tries to set up every block and gets a huge, big play out of 3rd and long. LSU went man-to-man blitz on 3rd and 13.
And it's a 52-yard pickup to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal there.
There they go. The touchdown maker is going to get the direct snap.
And he's going to take it straight ahead. And 13th score of the year, Kerryon Johnson.
Yep.
Johnson.
The only possible way that this doesn't count is if his knees touch just before he crossed the line. But they go Wildcat, and they score touchdowns.
Here's another look. Kerryon Johnson diving forward.
His knee came down, but where was the ball when his knee came down? We got to slow it way down. Knee down about the 1.
Football's already over.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think
touchdown.
So too. They'll take a look at it.
Boy, for a team that was behind 83-3 the last visits here, this is huge for Auburn.
Carlson for the point after.
Uh-oh. Bobbled snap.
Up and good. Now you got to wonder if the Tigers of LSU are going to survive a 17-0 deficit.
Yeah, and they're offensively challenged anyway. This is kind of the worst case scenario for them starting out. Let's go back and look at 3rd and what, 12 or 13? That's
14, yeah.
Yeah, don't really. Here is the 5 rushers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you watch right here, The middle linebacker chases the back. No one in the middle of the field. They clear out 6 people, get 3 blockers. Perfect call against the defense.
The umpire was the only guy out there.
Exactly. He didn't scare anybody.
No, he didn't. So another start at the 25. Remember LSU's last drive, they came up with a 3rd and 1 and lost about 3 yards. Darius Geis, a single setback.
First look of the jet sweep action.
And it's a play fake, and here comes the rush, and down goes Etling. And it's Jeff Holland.
Ending is sacked by number 4.
I'll tell you, I've watched a lot of tape on Auburn, and I've watched a lot of football in the SEC in the last 12 years. This front is elite. There's as many athletes in the front 8, 9, 10 for Auburn this year as teams like Alabama and Florida in the past. Or I'll tell you another one, LSU in the past. In the past.
In the past. Holland, he plays that buck position, they call it, and that's his sack number 5.5 on the season. Here's Williams, and Williams got an opening up the middle. Darrell Williams, good gain, still going to be 3rd down.
So here we go right now. This quarterback's down right now. You've got to come through for your team. Your defense is sucking wind a little bit. They can't stop them. You need at least 2 or 3 first downs. You know Auburn and Kevin Steele is going to come with their dime package. They're going to play combo coverages all over the field. 6 defensive backs on the field.
Tight end Moreau on the right side. Chark in motion. Settles in, and here's a shovel pass to Williams, and he's short. Boy, Auburn was waiting right there for him. Nick Ruffin made the tackle.
Yeah, well coached. You can see almost a lack of confidence for this LSU offense. On a 3rd and medium, they really didn't trust their offensive line. Remember, they had just gotten pummeled on the last one. They try to gimmick a first down, and the Auburn defense is very solid. Ruffin does his job, and it's an easy stop.
Von Rosenberg to punt again. Roberts again will try to clear his teammates out of the way and just let it drop down around the 21-yard line. A minute 27 remaining in the quarter, and 17-0 Auburn as we check in with Allie.
Guys, Casey Dunn is out of the tent. He's dealing with the right knee injury. It's heavily taped and wrapped. He's doing some jogging on the sideline. He looks comfortable jogging, but no official word from the team yet.
All right, Allie, thanks.
You know what strikes me is this Auburn offense from the last couple of years. You know, they were a run-first offense, but now they're a run and big play offense. In the Mississippi State game, Auburn had 7 plays of more than 30 yards, and we've already seen a couple of big ones in this game.
Yep. Seen a 52-yard and a 49-yard pass play. Stidham looking for more. Man, they want it all, don't they? He overshot his intended receiver, Eli Stove.
Pass incomplete, intended for Eli Stove.
Arden Key got a little pressure that time.
With the coverage for the Tigers.
They need him to get more and more pressure.
Yeah, you know, they talk to the staff and they say he's getting better every week, but he did take 5 months off football.
Yep.
No spring practice, no fall practice. He's trying to get football ready during the season. Very difficult.
Here's Kerryon Johnson in the Wildcat. Fakes the handoff, goes straight ahead. Great cut again, and another first down run. He's going to have 100 yards by the end of the first quarter the way he's going.
Right, he's come into the game with 6 career 100-yard games, and this Wildcat is giving the LSU team fits.
Picked up a first down at the 36-yard line.
That and the blocking on offensive line.
He's averaging 7 yards a pop. Comes back to join Stidham in the backfield on first down. And he gets the carry again. Whoa, broke one tackle and then ran into Lockature.
Yeah, that time Devin White, number 40, got in there and forced Kerryon to make a cut. He was not running as tough behind his pads, and Lockature gets the cleanup. Watch number 40, makes the cut right there. Actually, it wasn't. It was 48, Danny Alexander, that forced it. Donnie Alexander, and then Lockature cleans it up.
Johnson will stay in the Wildcat here on 2nd and 9. Waits for his blockers. Doesn't find any. Nice play by Key. And he got help from Gilmore.
Yeah, Jarrett Stidham's looking over at the bench and going, are you aware that I'm completing almost 80% of my passes on the year? I just want to let you know over there.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Set to start the second quarter with Auburn up by 17 here in Baton Rouge.
Going to go Tony Romo on here and predict that they're not going to blitz. What do you want to be a part of that one?
Whatever you want to do.
I don't think they're going to do that again.
3rd down and 9. Stidham, pocket holds up for him. Long ball near sideline.
Oh, man,
if he caught it, it was a beauty.
Yes, it was.
Is he in? He is.
Dropped it right down the chimney.
The stovepipe to Darius Slayton.
Look at this throw. Ball's way up here. Watch this thing come right down the chimney. Can't stop that one, and a fingertip catch with his left foot in.
Everything going right for Auburn right now.
Darius Slayton was struggling with injuries so early this year. He is their deep threat, and boy, great catch, great throw.
Now they go Wildcat. Kerryon Johnson.
Remember,
Johnson gets a couple.
Jarrett Stidham said, that's what I'm kind of talking about, Coach.
I can throw it pretty well. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson. You know, everything that could go right for the Auburn Tigers has, and everything go wrong for LSU in that first quarter.
And they've earned it. You know, they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they can stop the run. They're very aggressive in the secondary. They're a good, solid football team. LSU needed to play really well. You know, that early turnover on the completed pass, you know, that was the one, they would love to have that play back.
Johnson in the backfield. They give it to him. Broke a tackle across the 30. Johnson all the way to the 20-yard line.
What great balance on this one. I think he jumps with his left foot twice as he goes sideways. Watch the middle of this run. Watch him cut and then cut again. Beautiful footwork right there by Johnson.
And they're back to the red zone, and they give it to him again. And he gets bumped right at the line of scrimmage by Gilmore and stopped for no gain, maybe lost a yard.
I think he lands in the middle of this run on his, he's kind of going sideways down, about 6 yards down, and he goes, watch this, boom, that's right at the end of the play right there.
I said he might have 100 yards by the end of the first quarter. He's got 89 right now.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Tell him it's
quick.
So that backs him up to the 26-yard line.
5 yards.
Frank Herron just entered the game for LSU. He's his first action this year. Another body up front, player that they've been missing. And are going to get him active and playing in this game. They need him in this heat against this offense.
They fake the end around to Davis. Stidham fires too high. Intended for Hastings at around the 5.
Yeah, I thought way too late, too. Hastings had him with a kind of a post corner move. This ball, look at that. This ball's thrown to the sideline. It isn't. It's way too high to the inside of the field. It had to be led away from the safety. It kind of sailed on Stidham that time.
If Will was 6'3", maybe, but not at 5'10".
Yeah. Grant Delpit, number 9, is going, I thought as safety, I just had to play safety. What's all this covering these guys?
3rd down and 16. Remember, they picked up a 3rd and 14 on their last drive.
And remember, they got their kicker in their pocket here, though. That's going to be motion, I think, up front.
So a couple of penalties messing up this drive.
False start. 78. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Darius James, the right tackle.
Auburn's penalized 5 yards. False start.
First guy right there.
Just a shade early.
And that's the 2nd penalty on the offensive line coming into this game. The offensive line in 427 snaps only had 2 penalties. That's over 2,000 opportunities. They've got 2 already in this game.
Here's their longest yardage situation of the first half. 3rd down and 21. They might just give it to number 21.
So. Could they find 5 or 6 yards for? Oh, they're going to do it again?
Oh, wow.
No, they called timeout. Auburn did.
That's going to be their second.
Auburn.
They'd like to at least get a little bit of this to give Carlson an easier field goal. They're going to try to throw a screen and throw it in the dirt. Nice job by LSU defensively. Well, last year, it was all field goals in Auburn's 18-13 win because of this guy. From 29, 29, 31, 37, and 51. 6 field goals for Daniel Carlson in that win. Single game school record. And now he comes out, and this is going to be about a 48-yard attempt.
38-yard line. Tiger 38.
You see his numbers on the year.
Carlson is
the SEC's all-time leading scorer. His first one hit the right uprights and went in. His second one is going to curl right in there beautifully.
Sure did.
48-yard field goal. What a weapon to have.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Look in on Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. The Tigers lost one of their greats, Y.A. Tittle, one of the most iconic photographs maybe ever when he played for the New York Giants, but he played here in the mid-40s, 44 to 47. Yelberton Abraham Tittle, who passed away in his locker. They honor him with a locker today before the game. Passed away at the age of 90 on Sunday. Pro Football Hall of Famer, MVP of the Giants at 63. 7 Pro Bowls. He was one of the really good ones, the bald eagle.
Really was. Can't talk about NFL football without talking about Y.A. Tittle, can you?
That's for sure. I think he was actually drafted #1 in 2 different years, the NFL and the Old American Football Conference. Finally a kick to be returned, and returned pretty well.
Yeah, got to come back though.
Flag back at the 19.
Do have a little connection with Y.A. Tittle. Was at a celebrity golf tournament in Hawaii.
Great return. Legal block in the back. Number 27 receiving team. Penalties half the distance to the goal line.
Let me repeat that. A celebrity golf tournament in Hawaii. That's a good gig.
It is.
All right? They needed an extra golfer, and my son rode with Y.A. Tittle, and he was their 4th with Y.A. Tittle the whole
Matt
day.
had the day with
He was
Y.A.
9 years old.
That's pretty good. It's a good way to spend a day.
It was.
Now it's back to the 10-yard line.
Y.A. one of 3 former Tigers who are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, along with Steve Van Buren and Jim Taylor. Right now they could use all those guys. They're down 20-0, and they've got it at the 10-yard line after the penalty on the kick return. Darius Geis, a single setback, 2 tight ends in for the Tigers. And it's Geis, his best run of the day, picks up about 13, maybe 14.
Right side.
That gives them a little room to work.
Davis for the stop.
Let me give you a little clue as to why the jet is not happening. When this guy goes in motion, Auburn is coming very wide with their safety. They're giving the look
13-yard pickup.
to LSU. Watch them get width. They're telling them we are not in alignment going to let you get outside of us. When the motion goes, they get wide quickly.
There's the motion again. And finally they give it to Gage. Gage had a 30-yard touchdown last week, and he's off to the races here. Gage, one man to beat. He's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It worked that time.
It sure did. When that's all you got is the jet sweep, you use the jet sweep. First time they really ran it all game. Gage goes one way, comes back the other way. The safety did not get wide enough. You see that?
At 1st and goal at the 7.
Nick Ruffin did not get wide enough, and all of a sudden the jet sweep gets outside. The double motion, one way or another, did not allow the safety to get wide enough, in a big play, a big running play for LSU.
Led the tacklers.
Gage 70 yards on that carry down to the 7.
And the end of it, he just kind of put some LSU player right on his back with about 2 or 3 moves. It was Stephen Roberts, number 14.
Gary, they got to take advantage of this.
They do. They almost 4-down territory no matter what, right?
Yep.
I mean, if you're calling plays now as Matt Canada, you're thinking I'm using all 4 plays.
2nd and goal at the 7. They'll try it again with Dillon. Dillon trying to get to the edge, to the end zone, and he got racked at the 1 by Javaris Davis.
When you talk to the coaches around the league about these jet sweeps, they talk in terms of option offense. They say it's assignment football, and to them it's almost inside-out defense. You got to stop the jet sweep as if it's a pitch first, and then you got to move inside.
They've got Geis in the backfield, but Darrell Williams, the other running back, on a wing. He's going to go in motion. Geis not going to get there. 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think a flag's down too. I wonder if LSU was in the neutral zone. I wonder if, Auburn lined up in the neutral zone. They did.
Yep.
Flag of the play.
Offside. Line up in the neutral zone.
Yep.
Number 4, the defense. 5 down. 3rd down.
That was Jeff Holland.
Yeah, I think his head was over the line right there.
So another crack at it here. Another 3rd down. A little bit closer. Etling under center with Geis behind it. Darius Geis, airborne, nothing.
Recreated the line of scrimmage. Auburn just pushed the LSU line backwards and didn't even allow Darius Geis to get in the air. He was going to try to dive over the top. He had no chance to even jump.
Thomas and Williams.
Travius Atkinson met him in the hole, but he got a great push up front.
There's their red zone efficiency this year, and they need a yard badly. 4th down.
Do you dare run the ball up the middle again?
Hasn't worked so far.
They've got Tony Carter in that position. Remember, he caught a touchdown pass a week ago.
Trying to get to the edge, and they do with a touchdown. Sullivan. Boy, they needed that one.
Took them 5 plays, but they didn't go inside that time, and they got a huge one. Sullivan coming across, hits at full speed, breaks 1 tackle that time from Jeff Holland, and that's all he needed.
Colts' extra point is up and good. And the life that LSU's Tigers desperately needed, they just got on a 90-yard drive in 6 plays. The big one was Russell Gage going 70 yards to get it close. Sullivan did the rest from the 1 on 4th and goal. 20-7 Auburn.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
So Gamble to kick off. Big Nagany and Cam Martin are back deep for the Auburn Tigers. And not going to bring it out. Let's show you the big play that got him close.
We talked about assignment football and what they're trying to do. Here's Nick Ruffin, the other safety, Stephen Roberts. Now watch what happens here. When the motion goes this way, there's good depth. When it comes back, Ruffin doesn't get outside enough, and his assignment is the sweep. Why are you looking inside? He takes that 1 step to look inside, and it costs Auburn a big play.
Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator, mapped that out for us yesterday. Said we got to get wide and let them run where they think they're going. There's Kevin.
Kevin Steele right there, right in front of us.
Used to be defensive coordinator here at LSU.
Yep.
Auburn. Cam Petway in the lineup for just the 2nd time.
Let's see if this LSU defense can get juiced up. We have not been calling the leading tackler in the SEC a lot in this game.
Devin White.
Yep. I think he got one right there, though.
Well, Eric Monroe, though, lost his hat, so he's got to go out of play. And remember, he's in for John Battle at safety. So they're probably going to put, looks like Jacoby Stevens to come in, at least play a snap there.
Remember the toughness and the grit that LSU showed a week ago. Can they do it again in this football game coming from behind?
2nd down and 9. Stidham, the straight ahead handoff to Petway, who blasts his way across the 30, but it's going to bring up 3rd down at 4. Devin White just made back-to-back tackles after we talked about it.
Casey Dunn is back in at center, moving Golson back to left tackle.
This will be a big stop for LSU if they can stop a 3rd and 4. Crowd is into it for the defense. Stidham, left side, fires, almost intercepted.
Great coverage.
Kevin Tolliver.
Yes, it was. Well, there's a lot of teams in the SEC that call themselves DBU, but LSU loves their heritage at corner. And Kevin Tolliver going to play man-to-man right here. And watch him break on the football. He feels it, he hits on it, and he makes the play. Great defensive play by Tolliver.
One more half step, and that might have been 6 the other way. Auburn's first punt of the day. DJ Chark back deep. Chark's got a chance at this from the 21. He's got a 65-yard touchdown to his credit on a punt return, but nice coverage to drop him at the 29-yard line by Jamel Dean. So LSU's got it back after a touchdown on their last drive. The defense did their job. Now let's see what the offense will do from the 29-yard line. Darrell Williams in there in the backfield.
Can Matt Canada find another big play?
Torrey Carter, the motion man. Williams got about 3. Darrell Williams made the stop. Darrell Williams to the stop on Darrell Williams. Don't get that too often.
Yep. LSU has only run 19 plays in the first half. They still need to give that defense for LSU a little bit of a blow. A couple first downs, a field goal, something be huge in this football game for the LSU Tigers.
Chark and Gage both to the right, and now they bring it back to Gage. This is the play that got him 70. This time it got him about a yard as we check in with Allie.
You guys, Sullivan had his teammates cracking up or rolling their eyes, either one, after he scored that touchdown. He sprinted over to the bike, got on the bike, and had so much energy. He started pedaling really fast for about a minute, saying, I got to stay warm. I got to stay warm. Something no one else down here is worrying about in this 90-degree heat.
I would guess not.
Very clever. One career rush and he goes to the bike.
Yep. 1 third down conversion so far for LSU. They need another here on 3rd and 6.
Jeff Holland is lined up as a linebacker. He will rush from that spot.
Here he comes. Etling has time. Throws in and out of the hands of the tight end. Moreau should have had it. Got hit as soon as the ball got there, but it's 4th down.
And that's pretty darn good protection for Danny Etling. This pass rush is fierce for Auburn. You see number 4, Jeff Holland, taking on a lot of space in front of him, throws it, and come on, step back to that football. One step forward by Moreau might have been a completion. I think you got to help your quarterback. That was a good throw there. That should have been completed.
Von Rosenberg's punt. Roberts will field at the 30 with a fair catch. With 6:21 remaining in the half.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Confident on the field and in the classroom. Here's today's Scholar Athletes, presented by Quicken Loans. Derek Brown from Auburn, Danny Etling, we just talked about for LSU. Quicken Loans commitment to the investment of our future, shown today by donating $1,000 to Auburn and LSU's General Scholarship Fund. There's Danny on the horn upstairs. The Auburn offense with Kerryon Johnson in the backfield from their 30-yard line.
Arden Key way back there with the spread formations. He's walking off. When they come tight, he plays tight.
Kerryon Johnson carries on into the secondary.
Another nice cut.
Man.
That was pretty well defended again. Kerryon Johnson is able to see space where the normal guys wouldn't. Watch this. Taken on well. Where's a hole? Where's a hole? Cut back. Beautiful play.
Got 9. Second down and a yard. LSU shifting on their defensive front. as Johnson rips off the first down run. And now he's over 100.
Well, you know Gus Malzahn loves to run the football. And if he can run the football, keep his defense on the bench, run down the rest of this first half and get another field goal or a touchdown, he will take that. Now, his offensive coordinator, Chip Lindsey, might be a little more aggressive.
Johnson with 107 on the ground, gets the carry again, waits patiently. A little bit of Le'Veon Bell there.
Totally.
You know.
Be very patient, pause, relax. Trust that you're going to find that crease. You know your offensive linemen are good run blockers. He looks up and just says, I'll just be very patient and I'll find something.
Gary already said the 7th 100-yard game now of his career, with over 100 in this half. Play action. Stidham fires, got a man, and what a catch by Davis.
Well, you cannot do any better than that. He faked the post, play action pass, plenty of time to run this out, and look at that layout.
That was pretty. First down at the 32.
Too many men on the field for LSU. Auburn, hurry up, snap. It's going to get a free play.
Instead of 2, they'll get 5.
Have to be very careful against the Malzahn offense. When they make first downs, they do not substitute.
On the defense, 12th player was not able to get off the field prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
John McDade, our referee.
Now remember, as a defensive, when they make a first down, you want to get your regular group in there. But Auburn doesn't substitute, so they can go as fast as they want. And they got at least 12 men on the field.
Jonathan Rucker was the last guy trying to get off. And so it is 1st and 5 at the 27. Tight end Harris in motion. And they'll try to lead the way for Kerryon Johnson, who busts it up in the middle. It's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Well, Mike Horton, the regular left guard for Auburn, has played every game. Injured. Austin Golson has gone to his left guard position, and Golson, as Brad told you, has played 5 different spots on this offensive line, and today
he's in his 3rd right now.
That's right. There he is, left guard, number 73 right there.
2nd down, a yard. Kerryon Johnson again just easily gets to the 20-yard line.
And they eat clock, and they make first downs.
Talk about Austin Golson, the captain. Here's their snaps by position entering today. Center, left tackle, right tackle, left and right guard. Even forward tight end in goal line. That's a guy that can do it all.
And that's part of Herb Hand's philosophy, the offensive line coach for Auburn.
So, number 95, penalties declined. Personal foul, grasping the face mask. Number 18 of the defense. This penalty will be enforced. After the goal line, automatic first down.
I didn't see the face mask.
I didn't either. Christian Lockature, number 18, is the guy who was called, and this methodical drive continues. LSU does get the ball to start the second half, but they may need it.
Under center, Stidham. And again, they'll try a little jet sweep of their own to Stove, and Stove cartwheels down to about the 8, maybe inside the 8.
You want to see how to turn the jet sweep in? Watch Corey Thompson, number 23, on this play. He's going to turn it in by getting width. He sees the jet sweep, he widens, he takes on the blocker and turns it into the help and allows the tackle to be made.
Auburn back to the Wildcat. There's their efficiency in the red zone. Kerryon Johnson's a pretty good guy to carry it. But LSU equal to the task, and Devin White, another big tackle for number 40.
Devin White talked to us yesterday about not looking at the window dressing. When the motion goes across, don't even think about looking at that guy. As inside linebacker, keep your eyes trained on the tailback or the remaining back, and he did it on that one.
Stidham now, it's 3rd and goal.
They got one-on-one on the bottom. If they want to throw the fade, they got a lot of room down here.
From the 8, there's the fade Gary called for. Broken up. Nice play by Williams at the last moment to get his right hand.
And remember, that's Andreas Williams, a true freshman. It's a great matchup. No doubt you have to challenge the true freshman right there, and he came through.
They call him greedy, and he was just greedy enough on the last second on that play.
Yeah, it's a perfect play. Nothing bad usually can happen on this thing, but Andreas Williams comes through. He leads the team in interceptions with 3 true freshmen by himself out there.
So that brings on Carlson for the 3rd time. This should be a chipper from 26. Up and good again.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
So Auburn goes 62 yards in 10 plays, a little over 4 minutes off the clock. They had to settle for a Carlson field goal, but for the LSU Tigers, it's sort of a win. They didn't need to give up another touchdown right there.
Yeah, but if you're LSU, Ed Orgeron has to look at Matt Canada and say, you know, we'd like to maybe be careful with the football down here. Danny has been a little shaky. Remember the end of the Florida first half where he was shaky? But the way Auburn is scoring, you got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to be aggressive. You're going to get the second half kickoff. You got to get back in this game. You're not going to be able to play safe.
Edwards-Helaire will field this one and take a knee. Got a guy down on the kickoff.
I think it's Jason Smith. Yep.
It's pretty bad when you get hurt on a kick return that isn't a kick return.
Not one that isn't a return. Let's see if we can. Oh, wow. It was just like a bump, too.
Going to help him off.
Whatever, like a Charlie horse. Hit him right there in the middle of the mid-thigh.
Senior automobile.
I'm sure he had to slow down. He saw the touchback.
Right. Maybe shouldn't have slowed down.
Right.
So let's see what LSU can do with 2:16, 3 timeouts. Gary said, can you get aggressive?
Yeah, you have to. And you got to be rhythm passes. You know you're not going to have all day. Get the ball in and out of your hands.
1, 2, 3, throw. Huh? Yep. And it's Chark. Broke a tackle. Down the sideline. There's the big play they needed. All the way to the 38.
And now you got your whole offense. Has a long throw. A bit of a gamble by Carlton Davis that time. He misjudged the throw and cost it. You need to play safe there, Carlton. You cannot give up a big play on a 3-yard pass.
Pick up a 37. Etling now in trouble in the pocket, and he's going to be, well, he got rid of the ball to Moreau, the tight end. I thought he was going down, but he got it out of there.
I think Jeff Holland thought he had a sack. He was going to say, well, wait a second. I don't want to get called for roughing the passer. Watch Holland come around. He has him, and then all of a sudden, he gets rid of it.
And now it's Etling on the keeper. Heading to the sideline, just got what he needed and got out of bounds with 1:25 to go on a first down.
You can take your time, no hurry at all if you're LSU. You've got an eternity.
Especially with that full pocket of timeouts. At the 27.
Boy, Carlton Davis would like to have that one back. Throw a 3-yard pass and you get burned like that with that big of a play by Chalk.
3 wideouts to the near side. Auburn bringing the heat. Etling throws and it's intercepted. Receiver fell down and is picked off by Daniel Thomas.
Yeah, Russell Gage did fall down on the play.
Wait a minute, maybe he didn't catch it. I thought one of the officials came over and said he dropped it. That'd be a big
drop, I'll tell you that right now. Russell Gage is the guy. He's in the slot, and that's an easy interception, and he drops it.
Great call. Nice call by the officials.
Yeah, Daniel Thomas would like to have that one back. That might cost him.
Etling, quick slant, got it complete. Russell Gage short of the first down, but they're inside the 20. LSU lining up in a hurry. There'll be about a minute left when we snap this one.
They need a first down here. They need to run the ball.
And they will to Williams, and he got the first down and then some. Inside the 15 to the 14.
They've got this Auburn defense a bit on the run now. Do they take a timeout or they just call another play?
They're coming up to the line, it looks like. They're just going to keep grinding. 45 seconds in the half. Here's the shovel pass inside. That was dangerous. Moreau got maybe a yard out of it.
And now they'll take the timeout. I think it was Montravius Atkinson, number 48, that read that play and made the tackle.
That's the second time they tried that. There's a lot of congestion in there. Not a lot of space.
I think it was a good time to call that, though. A lot of action going on the field. Auburn's sucking wind a little bit on defense, catch them with a bit of a trick play, and didn't work.
This is a breather for the Auburn defense. As Gary said, they're on their heels a little bit. Now they get a breather during the timeout. To get to this point, there were two big plays, starting with Chark on this quick out.
Yeah, watch this. It'll be a 3-yard pass for a 39-yard gain. Throw it out there. You're just trying to get it, 1st and 5. They get 40-yard gain, 39-yard gain, and then almost a interception. Etling keeps his ball alive on one play earlier before he almost threw the interception. Two big, huge plays for the LSU offense.
At the 14-yard line, 40 seconds remaining. 2 timeouts on this drive. Danny Etling 4 of 5.
Be a lot different feel going into halftime with points on the board here for this LSU offense.
Gage is in the slot. Etling going to throw to the end zone to Gage. Diving attempt. Did he catch it? Yes! Touchdown!
It's close. It's close. It's very close. Let's make sure he caught it. Can't tell. He's behind the camera on that one. Here's the look. Another layout. Does the ball bounce? Actually, we're behind another camera. We got cameras everywhere here. Now he's behind the body. They're going to give him the touchdown, I think. We do not have anything clear. This play, unless we see something on this one, the ball can touch the ground. That's not a big deal. He can't lose the control.
Under,
yep, I think they're going to count it. What a catch.
Beautiful.
And Danny Etling produces a touchdown at the
doink.
You got it.
Okay, Vern, but it goes through.
It did.
Can't do it any better than that, Gary. 75 yards in 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah, here's the matchup. Third man in. It's one of the plays that everybody has in college football. Inside slot is going to be one-on-one coverage. He's going to the corner. Perfect throw from Danny Etling. Man-to-man coverage. Jamal Dean gets beat. Ball goes up. It was close, but nothing to overrule.
Russell Gage, second touchdown of the year through the air. And it's made it a 23-14 game. Igbinoghene on the return. And he got popped at the 20-yard line.
Well, there's consequences, right, Ness? Consequences all the time. You have a chance to put away a drive, you have to put it away. Daniel Thomas gets a gift. That's going to end the half.
Yep.
It did not end the half. Russell Gage tripped and fell on that one, and you get life, and they make it count.
75-yard drive, 8 plays. Key play was that 37-yard quick out that DJ Chark took down to the 38-yard line.
That opened up the offense, didn't it? That allowed, Matt Canada to feel good about calling any play, and LSU stays in this football game, down just 9.
Kerryon Johnson straight up the middle. Goes for 7 more yards to add to his total here in the first half, which is up around 124 on the ground, and that might be it for the first half.
Tell you again, ever since that Troy loss, they went into Florida. The leaders of this LSU team took over and said, if we're going to lose, we're going to lose like men. You should have seen practice Thursday. They were in everybody's face, and they fought really hard in this football game.
Might not be a sellout crowd here today, but they're making some noise for their team as they head to the locker room. And end of the first half, 23-14.
And when they head out, they'll get the football.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
few moments ago here at halftime. A lot of fun. The 2007 LSU Tigers National Championships honored, including their head coach, Les Miles. And Ellie caught up with the Mad Hatter after that ceremony.
Coach, you have so many incredible memories from here in Death Valley. What's it like being back on this field with the group of guys that you won the national championship with?
Everybody contributed. You look around and you see every guy had a significant role. Ryan Perilou played in the championship for the conference, and our starting quarterback, we didn't get him back healthy. Jacob Hester was a leader right straight through. We stood in that indoor facility and decided that we were going to win this conference and see where we're going to be at the back end. And then the narrative at the back end was, after we'd won the conference, was we were the only undefeated team during regulation, and that got us in the game.
When you held up that crystal ball, the team rallied around you and did one last huddle. This whole stadium rose to their feet. What emotions were going through you?
This is a place where I have been tied emotionally for my entire time here. The Florida game with Tebow and going for it, 5 times on 4th down. I mean, this is a special place to me. This is sacred turf.
Coach, before you leave, I have prepared a plate of only the best grass from Death Valley. We got a little from the coach's box, a little from the end zone.
It's just the back end of this thing, and only the white root that you're really trying to get. You don't really need a big chunk.
Okay, just a little bit.
Perfect.
Does it taste as good as you remember?
Yeah. In fact, this place is just as I remember.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
The back end is only Les could say it, and coaches' meetings are not the same without Les Miles right now.
No, it isn't. But you know what? This LSU team learned from that 2017. They were down 10 points to Auburn in 2007, came back and won that game. Only 9 points. The biggest story of the first half, LSU stayed in the football game.
And a great drive, 75-yard march before halftime to put them right in the thick of things as we start the third quarter in Baton Rouge at the 25-yard line. Tigers with the ball. Etling loading and couldn't get rid of it. He will get a couple of yards. Loses 3. Looked like he was going to be sacked for a 5-yard loss. Got a couple back.
Yeah, I thought Marlon Davidson was going to get him that time. Was it Davidson 3 or 4 coming around the corner? It was Marlon Davidson. I thought he had him, and then it ended up being Jeff Holland gets the sack.
His second of the day. Here's an end around. Dillon giving a lot of ground, trying to get to the corner. And he got back to gain maybe 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
Well, if you look at the trends in the first half, you can see the big story was Kerryon Johnson being able to run the ball nearly the whole half, over 100 yards. The LSU running game with the running backs, as we talked about, wasn't there. The big jet sweep. Danny Etling started out slow, but that quick out to Shark at the end of the first half allowed him to throw that touchdown pass, keeps him in the game. But here, be careful, 3rd and long. This front for Auburn lives for 3rd and long.
All 3 wideouts to the left. Etling obviously looking that way, throws complete to Sharp. First down.
Beautiful. How about that? Go down 12 yards and button hook. Y.A. Tittle used to call this pass back in the day. He'd say, son, just go out there 12 yards, I'll get you the ball.
Yep. Back in 46, they threw that same route.
Right.
First down at the 38-yard line. So that was a big 3rd down conversion.
Sure was. And remember, 2 true freshmen playing, a lot of guys playing different positions on that offensive line. Great story for this offensive football team, be able to play without both offensive tackles in this game.
Now you can go back to Geis if you choose. No, it's going to be a throw maybe by Gage. Loads and fires. Did he catch it?
I don't think so. Boy, I'll tell you, Stephen Roberts saw his life pass in front of him. He could feel it behind him. The ball was just overthrown by a yard. I'm surprised Roberts didn't grab and get a penalty on the play. He kind of almost did, but it wasn't enough, and Drake Davis did not get the pass interference call.
That's what he was looking for. Instead, 2nd down and 10. There's the big shift.
Yeah, that's the Matt Canada shift we've all come to look at and watch, and then the jet sweep off it. Nope.
Straight ahead with Geis and Darius. Dances, spins his way out to the 45.
But mission accomplished. You get enough jet sweeps, and it allows that offensive line to get a crease. That's all you need, a crease, and they got it.
Now they got a manageable third down here. Third down and 3.
You know, Adrian McGee, number 73, has played the whole game. 2 weeks ago, Ness, he was not even on the depth chart.
Right.
Couldn't even find his name. You had to go to the media guide to find the guy.
Well, they picked up a 3rd and long. Can they pick up a 3rd and short? Got a bunch set over there on the right, and now Gage comes back in motion to the slot.
Oh, Geis wide open, went the other way.
And he goes to Gage for the first down.
Edling's pass complete to Gage.
Remember, they ran that same type of thing to put Gage in the slot when they threw the touchdown pass late in the second quarter.
This time he's got one-on-one coverage to the outside that clears it out, allows Gage to go right out there. You read the outside guy. If you see it's man-to-man, you know you got Gage on the quick out. Good pitch and catch.
2 nice third down conversions by Etling now, and they got it at midfield. Opening possession, third quarter for LSU's Tigers. Geis got Russell all over him, and he drags him to the 44-yard line. Let's check in with Allie.
Guys, Coach Malzahn told me at the half, he told the team, we're up 9 in a place that we haven't won since 1999. We're in good shape. He believes they know what LSU is going to do on offense. It's just about executing. Auburn did confirm also that Trey Matthews will not return with a hamstring injury.
That's a tough break for them.
And that's why Daniel Thomas was in the game. That would have been Trey Matthews on that interception. Would have been Trey dropping it.
Geis behind Etling. Gets the call, almost bobbled the ball, and then gets a first down. I thought he was going to lose the handle, and not only did he not lose the handle, he broke about 3 tackles for a first down.
And he did pick his way. Remember, when the season started this year, Darius Geis was named number 1 for all the running backs. It was the year of the running backs. Quan Barkley, Bryce Love, Nick Chubb, Bo Scarborough. Everyone thought Darius Geis was going to be the guy to watch. He gets hurt. He's just now finally getting healthy.
Got him another first down at the 38. They toss it to him, try to the edge, won't get there. Lose 2 or 3. Davidson got out there along with Roberts to push him out of bounds.
I wonder if this LSU offense can do what they did a week ago against Florida. Remember, at Florida, they kicked a field goal to end the half and came back in the first series of the third quarter. Remember the long 50-50 ball to Shark? They scored a touchdown. Can they do it? At least they got the touchdown to end the half. Could they back it up with at least a field goal here?
Nick Coe on the sideline getting some hydration. 2nd and 12. Chark, or rather Gage in motion. Etling throws intended for Gage, incomplete. Daniel Thomas was covering. Well, here's another 3rd and long.
Yep.
Their first possession in the third quarter, they had a 3rd and 12, and they picked it up on that button hook that Gary was talking about.
And it has accomplished one thing, though. It's a 10-play drive. You know, allowed them to get some offense, keep that Auburn defense out on the field. Remember, the whole second half, that Auburn defense is in the sun while the LSU bench is in the shade. That bench for Auburn is just staring right in the sun for about another half hour, 45 minutes.
Etling in trouble, somehow got away, and then throws it away. Nice escape by Etling just to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, that was almost like the one in the first half. See on the left side, that Auburn bench, nice and cool in the shade. Excuse me, the LSU bench on the left and the Auburn bench on the right side in the sun.
And there's your nice and cool, but that's in the sun.
Yeah, that's 100, close to 100 in the sun.
You keep telling me it's not hot out.
Not bad,
no.
not bad.
Groudon to punt.
Roberts is deep.
Roberts waits on the other end. This will just be a fair catch around the 10. And that's where Auburn will get it for the first time in the third quarter on offense.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Again, this was at halftime. If you missed it, Les Miles and the 2007 LSU Tiger National Championship team on the field during intermission. And Les got a huge ovation from the crowd here, by the way, in case we didn't mention that. And that brings us to our Aflac trivia question. In the BCS College Football Playoff era, which teams have won a national championship in their home state? We probably gave away part of it to you. Well, LSU's offense didn't score, but they did flip the field a little bit, and Auburn has to work from its own 10-yard line. Cameron Petway in the backfield.
Got to believe they'll go back to this running and pounding game, don't you think?
Here's Cam trying to pound, and he gets hammered from behind, but he goes forward for maybe 2 yards. This is the first time really since before the Mississippi State game last year that Kerryon Johnson and Cam Petway are both pretty much healthy at the same time. And they wanted to get Cam 10 or 15 snaps at running back, not only to give Kerryon Johnson a breather, but to get him back in gear, as he's a 235-pound load. And there's Kerryon, who's over 100 already in the first half.
Well, so Kerryon's just cutting ability and big playability has just kind of almost stolen that position while Cam was injured.
Stidham flushed out of the pocket. He'll take a hit from Arden Key right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Ness, Cameron Petway might not be getting as many carries as he wants, but watch him pass block.
It's third down and 7.
Steps up in the pocket and takes on
Put
White.
Devin White on his back.
Yes, he did.
13.
Johnson back in there. 4 receiver group, though, for Stidham. Third down and 7.
Can Arden Key make a play?
He's in his track stance up there on the right side. Hastings on a crossing route, wide open. Can he get to the sticks? No, he can't.
Man, what a tackle.
Greedy Williams, great open field tackle.
Yeah, I think Will Hastings would like that one back. Thought he should have planted his right foot and dove for the line. Oh, roughing the passer as well. Let's go with the ball. Oh, and Arden Key hits him about a step and a half late on the play.
Tigers penalized.
That's you watch it. I thought Will Hastings could have just stepped up and dove across the line. He tries to go outside, and Williams makes the nice tackle, but it's going to be a first down anyway.
So they give Auburn a freebie there.
That is a frustration penalty. Arden Key's used to sacking the quarterback. He can't get there, and he just got too aggressive.
First down at the 34. Here's an end around. Eli Stove looking for a block from his quarterback. He maybe got 4 yards out of it. Kevin Tolliver made the stop.
The ball left side on the reverse.
Gary was talking about the sun and the shade on these respective benches. LSU on the near side in the shade. You know, nice cool, what, 88 degrees.
That's
10 100 over there on the other side.
That's 10 degrees.
Yep.
It's amazing they could go out and buy those thermometers that fast. Those things. We talk about it. They run to the store, come back out here and get it.
We got unbelievable crew.
Yes.
They're very fast. 2nd and 6. Johnson runs into his own man, breaks it outside, close to a first down. As he tumbles into the Auburn bench.
Well, you know, I mean, you play good defense. You stuff the line of scrimmage. You run right into your big tackle, big Prince. I know actually it was Darius James, number 78 that time. Bounce outside. That's how running backs make your offensive line look better than they really are sometimes.
He got just what he needed to. First down. 22 carries. That's how many he had a year ago in this game for 93 yards. Today it's 22 for 129, and we got a long ways to go. I was about to say empty backfield, but Cam Petway comes back to join Stidham, and he'll get the carry. And a nice open field tackle by Grant Delpit, the freshman. That's a tough hit on a veteran running back that's 235 pounds.
Well, LSU has played 20 true freshmen so far in this season, the most in all of college football. Delpit is one of those true freshmen. Ben Burt once. We saw that one when Will Hastings got him, but if that's all you got, that's who you play.
On the job training.
Yep.
Stidham looks to the sideline, as do the rest of the offense for Auburn on a 2nd and 12. Stidham fires far side, incomplete.
I tell you, Kevin Tolliver will not back up. He has no fear at all anyone going deep. Darius Slayton that time did not back up Tolliver at all. One-on-one, he's on it, he hugs it, no throw possible there. Great defense.
This is the biggest third down, and a flag flies in.
That might be 12 men in the formation.
It was.
Yeah.
Offense, 12 men in the formation. Flag or penalty, third down.
Well, it was Slayton who was trying to get off at the end of the play, I believe.
See number 81 trying to hustle over there.
There he is. Once you get into formation, it's just like getting in the huddle. They're going to call it.
Now it's third down in a bunch. Longest third down today for Auburn.
And the crowd is a bigger factor now than any time in the game. It'll be tough for that offensive line to get off on time.
Stidham. Pocket holds up. Crossing route. Hastings dropped it. Fourth down.
Don't think he would have made a first down. I think Kevin Tolliver would have stopped them there short of the first down, but good pass protection. They go to Hastings. I don't think he would have got the first down. Tolliver, number 2, says, I'd have had you right here.
Went right over the umpire's head. That might have had Hastings take his eye off the ball just for a second, but I think Gary's right. I think he would have been well short, and that forces a punt. DJ Chark, big play guy, waiting on the other end from Aiden Marshall. Fair catch, and he'll tiptoe out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Oh, the art of Cajun cooking. Does that look good or what? And I think our duck will agree. Aflac trivia question we asked you earlier. BCS College Football Playoff here. Which teams won a national championship in their home state? We figured we gave you a little bit of a hint. LSU in 03 and 07. And Florida did it in 08.
Oklahoma was the loser in 2 of those.
No gain for Darrell Williams.
You know, as Kevin Steele, Brad told you, there he is, working the gum a little bit. And all around college football, stops here, as he said 2 years ago before he went and followed up Will Muschamp as defensive coordinator for this Auburn football team. He actually gives Will a lot of credit for setting the path for this Auburn defense to be what it is now. A lot of man-to-man, went out and recruited the corners and the edge players that were needed, and we all know Will can build a defense.
See what LSU's offense can do. Trailing by 9. Etling. Short throw and short-armed. That one intended for John David Moore.
Yeah, John David Moore fell down that time, or Etling would have had an easy completion. But let's go back to the end of that half. First play. Too big of a gamble that time by Carlton Davis allows the first play to be almost 40 yards. And how about this by Danny Etling getting and voiding a sack. And then he's a recipient of one of those gifts as a quarterback. One of those, oh my gosh, I get to do this again. And if I do, I don't mind lobbing it up for the touchdown. You know, Matt Canada said Danny Etling had to have his best game. I think he actually is.
I think so too. Going to need 10 here though on third down. And here comes the rush. Steps up, fires, and incomplete, intended for Derek Dillon.
I thought Derek Dillon stopped on the route. I thought Danny Etling thought he was going to keep coming across the field, and Dillon stopped. That's why the ball looked like it was such a poor throw.
I think Danny was also maybe thinking about a holding call. He's still looking up at the Jumbotron.
Yeah, he's wondering what happened to my receiver. He was running across the field full speed.
Uh-huh. Von Rosenberg to punt around his own 15. Stephen Roberts has to backpedal on this one. Got it at the 27 and dropped. Nice play. Great job by Russell Gage. He's doing it all as a runner, receiver, and on special teams.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
9-point lead for Auburn. Their only blemish on the season in a 5-1 start to the Clemson Tigers.
Oh, remember when the earth was falling and that was really bad? It was 11 sacks against the Clemson team. When you actually watch the tape, it was a little bit of everything in this football game. Some crowd noise where the left tackle didn't get up, and a little bit of Jarrett Stidham holding the ball a little bit too much. They cleaned that up. It hasn't been a story in this game, just 1 sack for this Auburn football team. Those negative plays early were killing the offense. They've got that out of their game now.
Remember, he went a whole year without playing, so he was still getting in to big-time football after a year off. Here he's got a first down at the 30. Kerryon Johnson, 5 more, maybe 6. Let's check in with Allie.
Guys, LSU's defensive end Rashard Lawrence is dealing with ankle injuries to both ankles. He went into the half before the team earlier. Then they just put him back in the tent to retape both. He suffered one against BYU, and it just keeps creeping back up. He suffered the other today.
And he's their bell cow on defense.
He really is. He's their leader, but they got Frank Heron that they could put in the rotation. Until this game, they didn't have that. No sub at that position.
Stayed play action. Jared going long. And jump ball broken up.
Well, Darius Geis was lucky. Darius Slayton was fortunate to knock that one up, because if he doesn't knock that ball away, that's an interception.
There he is playing defense with his right hand.
Yes, he was. Grant Delpit right there said, "Oh, I thought I had one there." Now see with that, as a play caller, you got 2nd and 5. You call a pass play. You're expecting your quarterback, if it's not there, to drop that thing off. Don't need to take a risk on 2nd and 5.
So 3rd down. Need to get to the 40. Stidham flushed out of the pocket, going to try to run for it, and he's dragged down by Devin White.
How about that play by Devin White? He blitzes to the right and then comes back and makes the sack, or almost sack, on the play. White's going to go one direction. He's over here. He's reading the play, and then as it bounces out, he comes, well, it falls off and makes it.
He's made a lot of those already this year through 6 weeks.
We talked to him yesterday. He looks you right in the eye when he talks to you.
He does.
Jeez.
I was afraid I was going to get tackled a couple of times.
I know.
Marshall the punt. DJ Chark, fair catch, taken around the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
So LSU's got it back. They're still down 9. Still a lot of football left. 3:06 remaining 3rd quarter in Baton Rouge.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Battle of Tigers for the 52nd time. And Auburn has lost 8 straight here in Death Valley, but they've got the lead and they've had it most of the game, or the entire game. First down from the 24. Up. And that's going to be a free 5. Jeff Holland lost his balance, fell into the neutral zone.
False start.
I take it back.
73. Offense. Tiger penalty. First down.
My fault.
Adrian McGee, the guy we were talking about earlier, that 2 weeks ago, didn't even find him on the 2-deep depth chart, is starting at offensive tackle, and the LSU offensive linemen were not happy with that call. And after that, the crowd saw the same replay and weren't happy either.
So it goes 5 the opposite direction than I thought. Chark in motion. Play action. Etling loads. Goes deep. He's got Chark at midfield. First down LSU.
Well, Nick Ruffin knew the play. The safety, he anticipated it. Watch him come over here. He knows he's going to run the wheel route. He beats Chark to the play. I'm ahead of you. No way the quarterback's going to throw it. Oops, back shoulder throw.
And a good one.
Yes, it was.
Pick up of 31.
I mean, you do exactly what the coach told you. Here it comes. I got it. I'm in front of him. That's complete.
Etling 11 of 20, 172. Chark now in motion all the way across the field, and it's Justin McMillan in at the quarterback position. We thought that we might see him today a little bit.
Carry the ball left side.
Trying to find any offense anywhere to help this, keep this Auburn defense off balance. Auburn will just treat this, even though it's a quarterback, Justin McMillan, they'll treat it like a running back until he proves that the offensive staff will let him throw the ball.
Etling facing a 2nd and 11 now after a loss of 1.
Not one jet sweep yet in the second half for LSU. Will they show it? Will they do it?
That's Dillon. They show it, but they give it to Geis. And Geis into Auburn territory. Big 3rd down coming up here for the LSU Tigers.
Atkinson and Davidson will stop.
I think if you're Matt Canada calling plays, you could not be happier with the pass protection that young changing offensive line has given the LSU quarterback Danny Etling in this game. There's Matt. Yep.
Well, Chark and Gage have been the big play guys at the receiver spots today for Etling. 3rd and 9. Fires far side. Jump ball incomplete intended for Gage.
Pass rushers for Auburn. Good time to step into it. That's all you can ask for. Put it up there, 50-50 ball. Clemson, Brad, threw 7 50-50 balls, just man-to-man, and said go up and get it. They got 2 of them and 1 pass interference. You have to challenge Auburn's man-to-man coverage.
Zach Von Rosenberg to punt again. Roberts just lets it go, goes all the way to the end zone with 58 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And now a taste of tradition presented by Sonic. Here's Allie.
Hey, Brad, so did you ever wonder how purple and gold became the LSU school colors? Well, the story actually traces back to 1893 when Dr. Charles Coates, he was one of the world's leading sugar chemists. He amalgamated the 2 colors together. Dr. Coates, a chemistry professor here on campus, was assigned to coach the Tiger football team. Before their first game, he went on to buy some special material to gussy up the jerseys, which were blue and white back then. Well, stores were stocking up for Mardi Gras, so the only fabric available, purple and gold, 2 of the 3 traditional Mardi Gras colors. The Tigers lost that game. He didn't coach again, but the sugar professor delivered some sweet history.
Did he ever? And when you go to Mardi Gras, you go to New Orleans or around here, most of the beads are gold and purple. Had a lot of student body throw some beads at me doing an open of a basketball game one time. They all saved them until we did the on camera, and they came flying at me. Final half minute of the 3rd quarter.
Allie was talking about the injury to Rashard Lawrence. He is back in the game, number 90.
And now Arden Key in a stand-up. On the other side, Kerryon Johnson.
90 makes. It was such a great thing for the LSU fans to watch these guys lay it on the field, not playing for their own name, playing for the LSU name. The seniors take on the block, Lawrence does, and watch him make the tackle. What a play.
Do they have some more of that and some offense in the 4th quarter? That's the question. They are down by 9 at home to the Auburn Tigers. End of 3, 23-14.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Barging down the Mississippi and barging into the 4th quarter at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. Auburn 23, LSU 14. 3rd down and 5, Auburn at its own 25. Crowd trying to help the LSU defense. Stidham steps up, fires near sideline. Slayton couldn't get to it, and it's 4th down. Tolliver again holding his own over on that corner. As we start the 4th quarter, Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson. Something just flew in and hit you in the face.
I got it.
Hey, we got a good game.
We do. You know, it's all been either LSU's defense or lack of execution by this Auburn offense. They had 188 yards in the 1st quarter. Last 2 quarters under 130. Only have thrown the ball under 50 yards the last 2 quarters.
You said Danny Etling thinks it's been his best game. They're going to need more out of him right now.
They needed at least an A game from him, and he's got to finish this off. They need 2 scores. And we've seen some crazy things happen in these games right to the last second.
Chark camps under this one at the 25. That might be a block in the back. Maybe not. Chark going the other way. Got the corner. Blockers in front. Chark down the sideline. He's going to take it. Touchdown, LSU. Yards, his second punt return touchdown of the year. The man they call the Flash just flashed for 75 and has his team right in the thick of things.
Well, there were a couple blocks that were close, and I'm sure we'll get another look at it. But once Chark got to the sideline, he's too fast for anybody to catch.
Extra point up and good. 23-21.
Yeah, nothing. I don't see anything. I think those are all good no calls right there. Yellis, and at the end, Jacoby Stevens right there. Jacoby Stevens, number 3, with a great shield block. The last guy that had a chance couldn't get through number 3.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
Now, I know all these Auburn players don't remember how long it's been, but this should underline, Ness, how long it's been since they've won there. We were working together the last time.
That was at a whole different place.
Exactly.
Here's the kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 2. Igbenogany. And he's got the return out to the 25. Let's check in with Allie.
Guys, after Chark scored the touchdown, you saw a guy in a red hat go running down the sidelines. It was Brandon LaFell, the former Tiger who now plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. He said, "That's my guy." And moments before that play, he pulled him aside and he said, "You can't just tell your teammates that they have to go out there and make it happen. You have to show them." And he responded on the very next play with the touchdown. It was a pretty cool moment.
I guess so. There's LaFell.
And there's a lot of LSU guys in the NFL, more than any other college team. 50 ex-LSU players in the NFL, number 1.
Like I said earlier, it may not be full, but it's getting noisy in here. Let's see if Kerryon Johnson can quiet the crowd. Goes for 4 more. Devin White, as always, seems like in on the tackle. Kerryon Johnson's closing in on his career high in carries, which happened a week ago. Toted it 28 times in the win over Ole Miss.
There are no easy pass completions for Auburn on the field. I don't know why. Why are they just constantly throwing the deep ball? Give them a short pass.
Maybe to Hastings. Well, they're going to keep running it. Yard short. Johnson. Arden Key made the stop that time. 3rd down and 1.
I mean, remember, this game was 20-0 Auburn. 2 field goals since the first quarter for this Auburn offense. Less than 50 yards passing.
You know, their last 2 series, 3 plays, 5 yards, punt both times. Here they go. They got another 3rd down.
Well, they got extra tackle in the game now. They've got 6 offensive linemen in the game.
I'd say it's Kerryon Johnson. No, it's not. It's an end around to Eli Stove. Stove got the edge, got the 1st down. And Devin White made the stop, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it was a good call, and Devin White did a good job of keeping this from not being a big play. Look at him make up ground on that play. Stove is a small, fast guy, and White runs him down.
So there's the first down for the Auburn offense in their last 3 possessions. We were talking about where would the LSU offense come from. Now we're asking the same question about Auburn.
Austin Golson is back at center. Casey Dunn injured again.
Kerryon Johnson hesitates, blasts his way ahead, got about 4 out of that.
Again, one of the questions I had about this offense is, would this Auburn offense be effective under Gus without the quarterback having the keep? Look at that, ignored by LSU. If that's Nick Marshall or Cam Newton, they're not ignoring that guy.
Right. The next carry by Kerryon Johnson will be the most he's ever had in one game. And it's right there, number 29 of the day. Dives forward to midfield.
Johnson, carry right side to midfield. Monroe making the stop. Pick number 5.
Here's what Gary was talking about. Those two guys running quarterbacks, not so much with number 8.
Yeah, when we talked to Gus, he said, I've done it before without a running quarterback, you know, and I listened, but I don't remember any championships without him, right?
Not at Tulsa.
No, not at Tulsa.
3rd and 1. Will it be the 30th carry for Kerryon Johnson? It will, and he didn't get there. Stop short.
Big decision for Gus Malzahn right here. Will he go for it on 4th down?
Donnie Alexander was the first guy to meet Johnson.
Same look that they handed the sweep before. Oh, he's going to go punt formation at least. I'm surprised. 4th and less than a yard.
Last time, Aiden Marshall punted to number 7. It went 75 yards the other way. I would think he would like to keep it out of his hands.
Oh.
Kicked it a mile in the air, but way short.
Yep.
And it does not take a good bounce either.
That ball's free. That ball is free. Oh, wave dead right there.
And right there is about the 27-yard line. Here we go. LSU's got it back. 10:28 to play. Down 2.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
And the Auburn Tigers clinging to a 2-point lead, and the LSU Tigers have it back on offense. From the 27. Here's a give to Geis. Darius. Darius Geis. Nice stiff arm. Got about 15.
So this is a formation that LSU could not feature until they got a healthy Geis, having 2 running backs in the game. Matt told us yesterday that he had a real package put together for Williams and Geis together, and you see it right there.
He gave Daniel Thomas one right in the face mask with that left hand to pick up an extra 5 yards. And now Geis split out as a wide receiver. He'll come in motion. First down at the 42. Etling.
See, again, that's Danny Etling. He's got to know where his other guys are. He's got Darius Geis to drop the ball off to after he makes the fake. If you don't have it, your coach is depending on you to say, Danny, go to your progression. If it's not open down here, remember the guy you faked it to. Watch, play action pass. Nothing there. Drop it. Drop it off to your running back.
There was nobody.
And he's going to get intentional grounding. Yep.
Nobody within 15 yards of Geis either.
Nope. And he's in the pocket, and you have to throw it to receiver when you're in the pocket.
Down. 2nd down.
Loss of down as well.
See, that's just a mental mistake that you're hoping when you call one of these plays that your quarterback, if it's not there, I'm going to give you a play that's a big play. But if it's not there, don't hurt us. And that's exactly what happened.
That is a 6-yard penalty. Loss of down. 2nd down, 16.
2nd down and 16. The big shift will move 2 tight ends to the left, as well as Dillon. They'll keep it on the ground at Williams. Darrell Williams racked up after maybe a yard. Stephen Roberts from the secondary was the first man to get to him.
Well, you can almost feel on that call, Matt Canada says, well, wait a second. It's a field goal game. And 2nd and 3rd and long, I'm not going to have my quarterback make a big mistake here and end this football game. Let's just, if we have to, let's punt it, but let's do something safe here. Let's not make a mistake at this time.
Defense is playing well. There's nothing wrong with a punt. There's still a lot of time to go.
Yep.
3rd and 15. Auburn Tigers bringing a blitz. Etling is going to throw long. Jump ball for Chark. He got it. I don't know if Denson just lost track of the play or the ball or what, but it fell in the lap of Chark.
And what a safe throw it was. If you're going to throw it downfield, man to man. Either your guy gets it or nobody gets it.
All the way down to the 34.
One of those 50-50 balls that hurt Auburn in the Clemson game.
Now some indecision. I don't know if he thought that he was going to hand that off. That didn't look good.
Again, Clemson threw about 7 or 8 of these 50-50 balls. Auburn plays man-to-man coverage, throw the ball on 3rd down. If a mistake happens, we want to have it way downfield. We don't want to throw those interceptions 8 or 10 yards down the field. Great call by Matt Canada.
Chark gets a breather. He's been unbelievable in just about every capacity today, including on special teams. 2nd down and 12. Williams with Etling in the backfield. They fake it to Dillon, and Etling's in trouble again. And Auburn gets him again. He throws at the last moment.
He might get intentional grounding again, or was his knee down? They might have this as a sack.
No foul for intentional grounding. Pass was outside the pocket. Was able to throw a forward pass to cross the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete.
3rd down.
Was his knee down before he threw it? Very close.
Oh, it's a bang-bang play.
Yes, it is. Difference of a couple of yards maybe on the call.
I think you're right, Gary. At any rate, it's 3rd down and 12. Auburn backs out of the blitz. Etling still, though, getting heat. Throws. Knocked up in the air and incomplete. Daniel Thomas back there, so is Darrell Williams. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, this would be about a 54-yard field goal from this spot. Right on the sideline. Good job. Knocked away. Monroe that time had a chance. One more step back. Maybe you could have had it, but good defense.
Rowden's going to punt.
A little too long to try it.
If it was Daniel Carlson, it wouldn't be. But
no, you're
for
right.
the LSU kickers, probably. End over end punt. Will it make it to the end zone? No, it's going to be fielded by guess who? Another wide receiver, Russell Gage.
All over the field.
Chark and Gage are everywhere.
Yes, they are.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
(23-21) at the 3-yard line. Auburn has to take over on offense.
Yeah, like every year, right? Georgia Tech.
Yep. Chark has been all over the place today. So is Gage. 7 and 83. They're not on the field right now because they don't play defense. That's the only thing they don't do. Kerryon Johnson in the end zone with Stidham. And here he comes, and down he goes for a loss. Key is there, and so's Devin White.
Yeah, Devin White was the first guy that forced it and then cleaned up Arden Key at the end of it. Devin White is so good at timing out the snap and hitting at full speed. He's leaning at the snap, and look at him get in there. That offensive line is trying to rub off on him. He's really hard to get to.
It was a loss of a yard, so they're deeper in their own end zone. From the 2, 2nd and 11. Stidham to throw. Gonna go long. Jump ball tipped. Incomplete. Intended for Darius Slayton. Monroe and Jackson were back there.
Again, the lack of the intermediate passes. It seems like ever since the beginning of this football game, it's been deep balls and nothing else from Auburn.
Jackson and Monroe back there.
They've got to get to the 13-yard line for a first down. And if it wasn't hard on Jarrett Stidham to hear on that last play, it will be here. Play clock winding down. They didn't get it off.
No, they didn't. By a lot.
Frustrated Gus Malzahn.
Yeah, it's not the biggest penalty in the world.
No. They're still going to be 8 yards in their own end zone.
Snap. Play clock expired. Delay game. Offense. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. Third down.
I mean, if you're the quarterback on this one, if you're not sure, you don't feel good, you know, no use hurrying it. It's a 1-yard penalty.
Now everything's got to be perfect, though. Snap the whole thing. 3rd and 12 from the 1. Stidham scrambling, trying to get out of that end zone, knocked out of bounds by Devin White. 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, this LSU defense has to be proud of their effort. Ever since the first quarter, you know, they fell behind. They were in shock early. But since then, they have controlled this football game against this Auburn offense.
This is not going to be an easy spot for a true freshman to punt.
No, and guess who's going to get it, too?
Number 7.
Last time after the a punt return for a touchdown, he almost shanked it.
Yeah, it was a 23-yarder the last time. Now he's in his own end line to kick. A tallywagger that Chark will field and go out of bounds right at the 45. Great field position. Great starting spot. The Auburn 45. It's Carter, the H-back in motion. Darius Geis tried to jump over the top of Darrell Williams and couldn't. Talked about these guys, these wide receivers. DJ Chark is the Flash. They call Russell Gage the Black Panther. Danny Ettling's the Green Arrow. And it all started with John Battle, who was Batman. So they got their own Justice League going. John Battle, who hasn't played a lot today because he was injured.
The Green Arrow better shoot a couple straight arrows here at the end. Does he do that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he does.
All right.
Let's see what he's got in his quiver. That's Chark. He'll come back the other way. Straight ahead with Geis. Tough sledding against that front wall of Auburn, but he got about 4 out of it. Stood down at 5.
I think Matt Canada may be second-guessing himself the last time. Remember after the Shark catch down there to the, 35, 40-yard line, he called, Matt did 3 straight pass plays. Got a sack, incomplete, out of field goal range. This time he's come back with back-to-back runs. Now what do you do on 3rd down?
Field goal would give them the lead, but again.
And their longest field goal of the year is 45 yards.
Yeah. So they're a little bit limited in that area. And that guy knows it. 3rd down at 5. Ettling's going to bring Derek Dillon in motion. He's going to flare it out to Geis in the flat. Can he beat Williams? He did. And put his head down and got a 1st down.
Remember when we circled Geis before? I'm not the only one that saw it. Matt Canada had to tell Danny Etling, the next time we call this play, I want you to drop it off to Geis and see if he can make a 1st down.
And he did with that collision.
Same look. 2 receivers running a combo pattern to the wide side of the field. Throw it out to Geis. They didn't use the motion, but it was the same exact play.
Etling over 200 yards now in the air. 4:40 to go. 1st down just inside the Auburn 35. It's Geis again, and he's down to the 28.
Follow J.D. Moore, number 18, and you've got a positive play. J.D. Moore, a little fullback, little H-back, but that time he got to the 2nd level, and Geis got to the 2nd level.
You saw Connor Culp warming up in the net over there on the sideline. Right now, they'd like to use about 4 minutes and get a touchdown.
Exactly. Another one of those last-second plays, right?
Yep.
Just a second earlier than last year.
Shift both tight ends, plus Stephon Sullivan, but it's Geis just to the line of scrimmage. That's it. We're under 4 minutes.
That was a great play by Jeff Howland that time. He crashed in from his left side, just beat his man and got in there before Geis could get started. It's right at a 45-yard field goal here right now.
Third down and 3. Darrell Williams comes in. Geis goes out. There's Connor Culp trying not to think about it.
Can't take a sack, can't take a penalty. You got to remind everybody. And it looks like they might have to take a timeout.
And they will. Let's take a look at the GMC game changer. We got a couple game changers.
Yes.
Both wide receivers. Russell Gage for one. This diving catch, sensational touchdown from Etling. And then his counterpart, the Flash, DJ Chark, Daryl Chark Jr., number 7, who's been everywhere today. 75 yards on the punt return for the touchdown that brings us where we are. A 2-point game with 3:25 to play.
What a big play is. How do you do it? You let Danny Etling run here.
3rd and 3. Boy, you called it. And he's close.
Just now, what a call here. You know, if you make a first down, you're going to take at least Auburn's 3 timeouts away from them. But a field goal wins the game. You don't have the greatest field goal kicker. Ed, that's why you're making the big bucks. They're going to go for it, aren't they? No. Change their mind. They've gone back and forth.
Ball's at the 25-yard line.
Here comes Connor Culp.
It's less than the length of a football.
The redshirt freshman from Phoenix, Arizona, can be the hero of the day if he hits the kick and then the lead holds up.
Yeah, look at clock going down. Take your time. If you're going to kick a field goal here, you don't want to be rushed.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
That's how close it is. You can see the marker on the far sideline. You see where the tip of the football is at the 25. Connor Culp. 42-yard field goal attempt. His longest, as Gary mentioned earlier this year, is 45. For the LSU lead for Culp. Kick up and perfect. Got it.
Brad, in practice Thursday, they probably simulated 7 or 8 2-minute drives where it had to end in a field goal. I will say this, they all got closer. They were only 25-yarders. This one was way more pressure, and I think there were 5 people watching, not 80,000 or whatever it is here.
And their quarterback says, "Attaboy, Connor." He'll be the smallest big man on campus tonight if the lead holds up.
Well, that LSU defense has pitched 2.5 quarters of great defense. Can they finish off this game? Auburn, obviously, all 3 timeouts.
Auburn's got all their timeouts. Jarrett Stidham in this half 1 of 6 for 6 yards.
Too many deep balls, not enough easy throws.
Gamble's kick with the adrenaline flowing all the way out of the back of the end zone. Now remember, a year ago, it came down to 1 tick on the clock, and this was it. Etling trying to get the play off. The clock had expired. They didn't know that at the time. He rolls, throws to the end zone. It's signaled touchdown. But when you go back, you can tell as you look at the play clock, out of time before the snap. Now it's Jarrett Stidham and the Auburn Tiger offense. They only need a field goal to come back to win. 2:36, all their timeouts left. Play action, quick swing pass out. Oh, man, all over that play. Devin Barrett got hammered as soon as he caught it.
How about Grant Delp at number 9? He gave up that early touchdown. He's a big guy, 6'2", 200-some pounds, comes up and lays the hit.
2nd down and 10.
Rashard Lawrence back in the game, number 90, playing on one ankle, basically.
Stidham, play action to Johnson. Got leveled as he let go of the ball, and it's incomplete. Intended for Canella, the tight end.
Well, Devin White times out this delayed blitz and lays out the quarterback. If you want to play quarterback, this is what it is.
Stidham's going to feel that one till Thursday.
And all Devin White did was delay a half a second, allow for the center to turn, and then he hit it full speed.
3rd and 10. Here comes a blitz. It's picked up well, and Stidham delivers, but it's incomplete. Slayton couldn't hold it.
Remember, they got all 3 timeouts. You have to punt the ball here.
Wouldn't have been a first down had he caught it.
No, but they'd have gone for it if Eddie caught it, I'll tell you that. Oh, man. They're going to take a timeout now, which almost declares that they got to go for it. I thought for sure they would punt. Think about that, Ness. If they catch that pass, it's 4th and 1.
Right.
They'd have gone for it. They're going to go for it 4th and 10. They declared their strategy here.
We told you to come down to a crazy finish.
Brad called it. The blitz was picked up inside. Ball is slightly outside, but should have been caught. Slayton does not come up with it. That would have put him in a 4th and 1.
Here's the ball game.
You go to Hastings. Hastings is in the slot.
Number 33 right there. 4th and 10. Looked like there was a little movement on the line. Stidham steps in, steps out, trying to find an open man. Fires. Deep jump ball broken up by Dante Jackson. LSU takes over on downs.
Tried to throw the ball over the middle. Nothing was there. He felt the clock ticking. Had to get out of the pocket. One throw downfield, and Jackson makes the play. If LSU runs the ball here, Auburn should let them score.
We talked about that last week, and that should have been the strategy in the Florida game.
Remember, if LSU runs the ball, they should let them score. If they run it down and take a knee, let them go.
They'll run it, but they're going to bring Geis down after a 4 or 5 yard pickup.
They'll get the ball back with about 45 seconds.
Another timeout. 90 seconds left in Death Valley. The Auburn Tigers looked like they were in control earlier in this game.
Remember this, LSU has a play that if they get a first down, they take a knee. They do not want to score.
Geis got about 3.
They talked about it with us Friday, that if we make a first down, we instruct our back to fall down.
Auburn out of timeouts. It's a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the LSU offense.
If they don't make the first down, LSU will have a 4th down call with approximately 40 seconds to go in the game.
Darius Geis has been the guy to handle it on each of these snaps on this drive. He'll handle it again. Puts his head into the middle of that pack. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 4th down.
So if you're LSU now, you let it run down as far as you can. You take your timeout, and you got to kick the field goal. You can't allow Carlson to beat you with a long field goal at the end.
As we get down, be under a minute.
Yeah, right about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
19-yard line.
Etling taking his time, looking to the sideline.
Ed Orgeron will call timeout with 1 second to go. Standing right with the official.
1 second to go and 42 on the game clock.
Third final timeout of the half. LSU. Tigers take the
24-23 with 42 ticks left.
You're watching SEC Replay, presented by Dr. Pepper.
So how about the decisions that Ed Orgeron has made down the stretch here? Remember, he passed up a 54-yard field goal and punted. That put the ball on the 2-yard line. Then he came back and kicked the 42-yarder with a foot to go to take the lead. And now he's got his team in position to make it a 4-point lead. Ed has managed this perfectly if the ball goes between the uprights.
Josh Groudon to hold. Connor Culp to try to tack on 3 more. His last one was 42. This is a 36-yard field goal attempt. Culp, kick, good again.
Culp's kick was good.
That much closer to the big man on campus.
Perfect execution. The snap just a little bit low, below head high. Second kick in a row right down the pipe.
And the reaction from the redshirt freshman, nothing to this. So 27-23, 38 seconds for Auburn and no timeouts.
We're looking at each other. It's 20-0, and we're thinking, how can LSU get back in this game?
How could they possibly score 27 points? I think we were thinking too.
Right, and they did it with big plays. And, you know, that was, I think, what shocked the Auburn defense the most. You know, a couple of big plays, the jet sweep when they were not in position with their safety, a 3-yard hitch route that goes for 40 yards,
right.
Big plays.
Derek Brown was the Auburn player down, and he's up and going off on his own power.
And the LSU defense stepped up.
They sure did.
I mean, you caught Jared Stidham 2 for 10 in the second half for 6 yards. And of those 10 attempts, 8 of them had to be more than 25 or 30 yards downfield.
Arden Key put some pressure on. Devin White made another million tackles. Rashard Lawrence toughened it out. All those guys on the LSU defense had a part in this. And now Gamble will kick. Ryan Davis and Eli Stove wait back at the 5-yard line. Gamble nailed the last one out of the back of the end zone. He will do it again. Auburn will work from the 25. Down 4. They need a touchdown. There's the numbers Gary was talking about.
Yeah, it was a lot easier the last time they had the ball. All they needed to do was get to about the 35-yard line to win the game. This time they had all 3 timeouts. This time they got nothing, and they got to go the whole length.
75 yards away in 38 seconds. Stidham. Look out. Arden Key from behind. Stidham's going to take off. Trying to get to the first down marker.
First down. That's a big first down there.
Clock stops to move the chains. And that.
Wait, they didn't stop the clock. They didn't stop it. Holy cow. Auburn's going to be upset with that.
Stidham fires. Broken up. Intended for Hastings. Dante Jackson there.
Cost them about 6 seconds on that play by not stopping the clock.
The sun will soon find its home in the western sky.
16 seconds remaining.
First down is called. A signal timeout. The clock never stops. Time
for 2 or 3 plays, maybe. Here comes a blitz. Stidham Fires under pressure, broken up again by Dante Jackson.
I'll tell you, Dave Aranda is not playing prevent. I'll tell you that right now. He is coming after the quarterback. He's playing man-to-man behind it. One free safety, but they're coming at him. Coming around the side. Corey Thompson this time is the guy that puts the pressure. Devin White from the inside. They're giving him 2.5 seconds, and he has to throw the ball.
11 seconds left.
2 more plays.
Here they come again. Stidham fires, and Jackson almost had an interception. It would have been a touchdown.
Stidham's pass intended at the sidelines.
Well, that's the second. Well, this interception actually isn't as big as the last one that was dropped by Auburn. It cost them 7 points. This one would have clinched the game, obviously.
Remember when we said earlier it hasn't been a good 24 hours for Cats? 9th-ranked Cougars of Washington State lost last night. 2nd-ranked Tigers of Clemson lost last night. The number 10 Tigers of Auburn have 1 play left. Stidham hit by Key. That's the ball game. And the 10th-ranked Tigers fall as well. Now the Auburn Tigers still looking for their first win at Tiger Stadium this century.
And I'll tell you, has Ed Ogeron now won over the fans who just 2 weeks ago were calling for his and the athletic director's head just 2 weeks ago. Since then, they knocked off Florida on the road and a top 10 team Auburn at home down 20 points.
And now it's LSU in the thick of things in the West because they're 2-1 and 5-2. Danny Ettling's keeping that one.